Figure out the number of pins and their approximate spacing within the lock. And that's the tricky bit. And then once you do that, you select the correct tool. In this case, I know that all of these locks are 4 pins, and I know which end of this tool because it has slightly different spacing and sizing on each end. You're going to slide it in there. Try to line up each of those little tines with a pin stack, and then you just push up. And if you got it right, there we go. You'll see that we rise all the way to the end of the keyway there, and then you can just turn, and there you go. Pops open. And we can keep doing that down the line here. Now all of these master locks have the same number of pins, the same core, so I can just keep going with that same tool. Come on. Cooperate. There we go. I can just keep going down the line here. That exact same tool, just having to make sure that I get those pin stacks lined up. And it doesn't matter whether it's aluminum or brass or whatever, it's solid body, and that's where you're likely to encounter this vulnerability because of the way they cap the ends. Even this ABUS here, very decent lock for what it is. You know, it's only a 40mm brass solid body with 4 pins in it, so it's not, you know, super high security, but it's enough to stop someone from just sliding a rake in. Even that, even though it does take slightly more work to line everything up and get the tool inserted fully. But then, what about this guy, this master lock?
We're going to cover a lot, but all about a particular topic. We're talking about pin tumbler locks today. They're the most common locks that you're going to find in most places in the world. There's a lot else out there, of course, but this course will primarily focus on the traditional pin tumbler lock. We're going to explain what all of the different parts of the lock are, how to disassemble them, repin them, reassemble them, which will give you a good hands-on sense of how that lock works, so you'll be able to quickly pick up the basics and understand what you're doing inside the lock when we talk about lock picking. We're going to talk about the manipulation of the lock with lock picking, and additionally what each tool in a lock picker's tool set does for you, and different methods to use each one. Because my background is in competitive picking, I'm going to talk a little bit about competitive picking as well, because I think it's exciting, I think it's a great way to learn and grow in the hobby, and because I have a couple of tips and tricks that I think that I can offer as well. Finally, we're going to be talking about some advanced features of locks, different security pins, things like that, and failure modes. And failure modes are particularly important because I want you to understand how locks break and what you can do in situations when locks do break. We won't cover every possible one, but a few of the big contenders. So, with all of that said, by the end of the course, hopefully you'll have a very solid understanding of pin tumbler locks and be able to see the tip of the iceberg for all of the different, more advanced and different concept locks that there are out there. I think you're going to enjoy it.